Here we go. So here's your body, right? We have a little bit of liquid in the water bottle. You can see it's there. And I have the cap on. I'm going to take the cap off. The cap coming off is like our mouth being open when we breathe. So we're breathing all day long, mouth open. Not that you're puffing out, but just the mouth is open. What happens is when you go then to squeeze your abdomen, can you see how the water comes up? That's the pressure of the inside of your body changing and going upward, pushing up into the diaphragm, and then ultimately down into the pelvic floor. Watch it from this side. So if I release my pressure, not doing anything, then I go ahead and squeeze my belly button to the spine. Can you see how the liquid goes up and goes down more? That's what happens to your organs. And then we wonder why we are coughing and pee comes out, or we're laughing, sneezing, lifting something up, or exercising, and every time we pull our belly button in, our pelvic floor has pressure. And maybe we have a known prolapse, and the prolapse is coming out a little bit, vagina, rectum, or maybe you deal with hemorrhoids. Very similar thought, that there's too much pressure not being dispersed evenly, and there's too much movement on the inside. So let's go ahead, close our mouth, close the lid, right? And then I want you to see what happens when I tense my belly a little bit. So our mouth is closed. See how there's not much movement at all in the actual water? The water doesn't change. Watch again. I squeeze. There's very minimal change. What's happening is that the inside pressure of the bottle, because there's no air that can go out, actually pushes against me. The abs do the exact same thing. The pressure from inside your body when we have our mouth closed when we're doing breathing and we're creating stability, the insides of our body press out against our abdomen, and our abdomen gently pulls in, just like this bottle of water. I can't squeeze it because the pressure of the inside is pushing back out. Now, what happens when we don't monitor our pressure appropriately? We get destable or unstable backs. We have pelvic floor dysfunction. We might have an elevated breath because we can't create enough pressure down into the belly. So that's when we have some issues. So some people come to me and say, okay, I'm supposed to be pulling my belly button into the spine, connecting everything. There are some people who I will coach that with. There are other people who are on the actual opposite side, that they are actually putting too much pressure and closing off this cap really, really tightly, and then they go to breathe in, and their breath only goes forward, and their belly button pushes forward, and their pelvic floor pushes down too much. That's too much pressure. So our world should function somewhere in between. So all day long, you go to pick up your coffee cup, you only need a little bit of pressure, tension. You probably don't even think about it. Go to swing a kettlebell, pick up your kiddos, go ahead and pick up a bag of dog food or cat food. You feel a little bit more pressure, but it only should meet the demand of whatever the body is asking it to. Again, we want to only meet the demand of our core, or meet the demand of the function, should meet the demand that then the core responds to. Does that make sense?